Last year in 2024, God blessed me with a brand new house with land, and I didn't have to pay anything at all. God used a destiny helper. He brought a destiny helper into my life, and this person, she got me a home out of obedience to God. God was giving me dreams about me having a brand new house. God was telling people about my home, and God had brought coaches into my life, and they will prophesy over my life, saying the Lord said that I will be blessed with a brand new house, with land, and how God was going to use a destiny helper to help me. And that prophecy came to pass. Everything that God showed me, it came to pass. Every word that He spoke to me came to pass. And God, He told me to move to Houston, Texas. And He told me that He was going to bless me. And He told me He was going to bless me with a brand new house, a brand new car. He was going to bless me and use many of people to bless me. And that's exactly what the Lord did. As I have shared before, God told me to move from my apartment, and I gave up Section 8 food stamps and everything up for God. I moved from my hometown to Houston, Texas out of obedience. God kept speaking to me about Houston over and over. I was seeing all type of signs. God was leading me to videos. It was just so much confirmation that God was giving me, and He told me He wanted me to move to Houston. And so I left. I only had over $600 to my name. I had my son with me, and we got on a Greyhound. We went to Texas, and all of a sudden, I'm homeless. I'm moving around place to place, Airbnb to Airbnb, hotel to hotel, motel to motel. God was allowing me to go through a wilderness season, just like the Israelites went through a wilderness season. I end up finding out that I'm a Hebrew Israelite in the tribe of Judah. I'm one of the ones that are in the 12 tribes. And God was telling me about my calling. He was telling me about my anointing. He was telling me how I'm a part of the 144,000, His end time army, and things that I'm going to be doing in the end times. I was homeless for over 16 months. I held on to the promise of God. I was homeless for the Lord, and God was teaching me how to manage my funds and stuff like that. And He was just working on me. I was becoming closer to Jesus Christ. I was reading His Word. I was fasting. He had me eating a certain way where He did not want me to eat meat. So I was a vegetarian. And yeah, I mean, He was speaking to me. I was getting dreams. He was speaking to me about my son. He was speaking to me about my family. He was letting me know that what I want to be doing for His people. He told me that I was called as a Abraham and as a Joseph and a Moses and a Esther. And the Lord was just speaking. So God allowed me to be homeless, to be a sacrifice for my family, and to break generational curses off my bloodline. God told me that He did not want me working a job. He did not want me working a job at all. He called me out of the workplace. So just like how the disciples, they were called out of the workplace, they left everything for the Lord. That's exactly what I did. And basically, the Lord was like, hey, I called you to ministry. This is what I wanted you to do. He was letting me know that I have been called to have a homeless ministry, a deliverance ministry, and a woman's ministry and everything like that. And so He was telling me, hey, you are called to do ministry work. You're never going to have to work for men again. You're never going to have to get a job again ever in your life. He was giving me business ideas. He was speaking to me about the wealth transfer. When I'm out in public places, I would see the Sheba dog. And I'm like, I ain't never seen Sheba dogs ever in my life. I would get dreams about Sheba. God was speaking to me a lot about the wealth transfer and telling me how He was going to bless me. And basically, the Lord, He provided, you all. And I've shared this before in my other videos, but I'm going to tell you how the Lord provided to encourage you if you are homeless or if you are someone that, just need encouragement. So So God was speaking to people about my homeless journey. I had a GoFundMe account. Thousands of dollars was donated into my GoFundMe. I was homeless for over 16 months, and God had over 15 people that were assigned to be a Destiny helper. These people were consistent. It was way over 15 people. It was way over 75 people that was donating, but some people were consistent, some people were not consistent. And people would reach out to me and they would tell me the Lord told me to sow into you. People would say the Lord told me to pay my tithes and to give you this and to give you that. People would order me stuff. People would just do all type of stuff, you all, for me. They were obedient to God. They were obedient to God. And these people came out of nowhere, and it was amazing. Like I told y'all, people would sow and donate $1,000, $1,300. Some person sold $2,000 before, $1,500, $500, $300, all different amounts of money. And it was like, the Lord told me to do this, I'm being obedient. And it was always an on-time blessing. There was a time where I was in a hotel and I didn't have no money. It was 10:58 a.m. and the checkout time was at 11 a.m. At 10:58 a.m., someone sent me $50, which was exactly what I needed to extend my stay at a motel for one more day. God provided at 10:58 a.m. God will provide for you. If he have you on a homeless journey, it's for a reason. If he told you to move to another state, if he told you to move to Texas, Atlanta, Mississippi, out of the country, it's for a reason, for a purpose. If God told you that he do not want you working a job, it's for a purpose. God is going to provide. There was times where I was walking downtown just pushing my son's stroller, and people will walk up to me just giving me money, saying, oh, I feel led to give you this money. People I didn't even know. And I would be street preaching, and I would be at the park preaching the gospel, telling people about Jesus, and people will, donate and stuff like that. And yes, I was sitting at the park for hours. Yes, I was sitting at McDonald's for hours. Yes, I was sitting at restaurants for hours waiting for finances. I would have to sit there patiently. Like, I know God has called me to be here. It is not my portion to live with nobody. The Lord did not want me to go to a homeless shelter. He did not want me to get public housing, applying for apartments. He said, no, I'm going to bless you with the house. That is your portion. He told me that an apartment was not my portion. He didn't want me to apply for anything but to rely on him. So the Lord, he wants you to rely on him, to trust him. God was increasing my faith. There was times where I was crying. There was times where I was complaining. There was times where it was delaying my life. There was times where I just felt down. It was times I wanted to give up, but then towards the end, or not just towards the end, but like a little bit in the middle, I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta finish this journey. God has called me to be homeless for a purpose and for a reason. He wants me to be homeless, and so I'm going to complete this journey. I'm going to get through this wilderness. And then I was crossing over. And then I made it to my promised land spiritually. So once my homeless journey was over, I saw on a truck 777, and I saw the word journey. And God used a woman of God to tell me that my homeless journey is over. It is time for me to be blessed with a home. God is going to send a destiny helper. And I went back to Texas because the Lord had me going back and forth from my hometown to Texas. A woman of God got a dream to buy me a brand new house with land. She let me pick out the house and everything. People were getting me stuff off Amazon. Finances was coming forth, blessings out of nowhere, and people were so happy for me. And what God told me he was going to do, he did it. Yes, I was homeless for a season, but look, I was blessed with the house. I was blessed with the house. The Lord keeps his word. He did what he said he was going to do. The Father is a promise keeper. He is. When God had used my coach to tell me that the Lord wanted me to go back to Texas, and I got confirmation and I went back, I was waiting month after month after month. And I'm like, Lord, you said I'm going to be getting a brand new house, God. You said that my homeless journey is over, and I'm still moving to hotel, going to B to Airbnb, and it was just like, oh, it was a lot. Carrying trash bags, carrying my suitcase and my son's suitcase, then I got a stroller, and it was just a lot. I'm a single parent, it was a lot of pressure just moving around. But God strengthened me, and it was times where, like I said, I'll just be like, I gotta finish this journey. I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna worry, I'm not gonna stress, I'm not gonna doubt. I'm just gonna have to keep going. Yes, it was times I went through warfare. Anybody would go through warfare. If you're going through something like that and you're getting close to your promise. Yeah, I went through a lot of warfare. And so I was at this last hotel in the month of June last year, and a woman of God, she got a dream of my house. The Lord told her to gift me the home, and she was obedient. She quickly obeyed God, and I was just amazed. I was like, a dream? A dream? This is amazing. This is amazing. All these people being obedient. It was just so amazing. I was so shocked. All the blessings and everything. I was just like, wow. And when I saw the land and how beautiful the home was and the neighborhood, I was just like, wow. It's better than what I thought. I didn't have to pay anything. God gave the woman a dream and all these other people dreams, speaking to them about blessing me. Even after I got blessed with the home. So this is my story. This is my testimony. I pray that this encourages someone out there, that you will know that the Father will provide, and He will give people dreams and visions, and He will speak to people about your situation. God can use angels. He can use strangers. He can use your family. He can use people. He can use anybody. He sees you. You're not alone. He sees everything that you're going through. He did not forget about you. He knows what you're going through. He knows that you're being obedient. He knows. And He is going to provide. He's going to provide. He's going to come through for you. Your breakthrough is big. The finances is big. It's going to be so much blessings that are going to come your way because of your obedience. And you're going to help people. You're going to help the homeless. You're going to tell the homeless everything that you went through, and it's going to encourage them. It's going to encourage your family. God is going to elevate you. He's going to elevate you in everything that you went through, everything that you're going through right now. He's going to bless you because of your obedience. You chose to follow Him. You chose to give everything up for Him. You chose to do this. You answered the call. You didn't get a job when people told you to get a job. You didn't apply for Section 8 when people told you to apply for Section 8. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You obeyed God, and He is going to bless you. He is going to bless you. Congratulations. You are going to a new level. I don't know who need to hear this, but if you know that you're going through a journey just like I did, you know what God has called you to do. You know your calling on your life. You're going up higher. You're going to elevate. Get ready.